Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into a movement that didn't just tweak, but totally transformed one of the world's great religions. We're talking about Mahayana Buddhism. So let's get into it and find out what made this great vehicle so incredibly revolutionary.
So to really get to the heart of Mahayana, we have to start with this one simple but game-changing question. What if enlightenment, the ultimate spiritual goal, wasn't just for a handful of monks living out in a monastery somewhere? What if it was actually possible for you, for me, for absolutely everyone?
And boom, that very question gets a huge answer in the name Mahayana itself. In Sanskrit, it literally means the great vehicle. And you should really think of it that way, like a giant ferry or a massive bus that has room for every single person, every being to get on board and travel together from the shores of suffering to the shores of enlightenment. It was an absolutely radical promise for its time.
Okay, but to really feel the full impact of how revolutionary this great vehicle was, we need to take a quick step back. We have to understand the road that people were traveling before it showed up. So let's take a look at the original path.
This right here, this comparison really lays out the whole shift perfectly. On one hand, you had the early path. The goal there was to become an arhat. That means achieving your own personal liberation, your own escape from suffering. And that's a huge deal, for sure. But it was a path mostly for monks and nuns, focused on the individual. But then, Mahayana comes along and just blows the doors wide open. The goal isn't just to save yourself anymore. The goal is to become a fully enlightened Buddha in order to save everyone. The focus suddenly includes regular people, and the path is now for all beings.
So this massive new goal of universal liberation, well, it needed a new kind of spiritual hero to match. And that hero is the absolute central figure of the Mahayana path, the bodhisattva.
This quote, just let it sink in. It really captures the mind-blowing ambition of the bodhisattva. You see, samsara is that endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It's the very wheel of suffering that Buddhism is all about escaping. A bodhisattva gets all the way to the exit door. They're right on the edge of final nirvana, and what do? They stop, and they turn around on purpose, vowing to stay in the messy, difficult world until every last being is free.
So that's the key, right there. A bodhisattva is basically defined by what you could call radical heroic compassion. These are beings who have done the work, they've gained the wisdom to be free, but they choose, out of this incredible love for everyone else, to stay behind and help us all find that same freedom.
So you might be wondering, okay, how do you actually become this new kind of hero? Well, the Mahayana texts lay out a pretty clear path. It all starts with something called bodhicitta, which is basically waking up to this profound desire to become a Buddha for the sake of others. It's a total shift in your life's purpose. From there, you formally take vows, making a real commitment. And then you get to work, practicing what are called the 6 perfections, things like generosity, patience, and wisdom, to actually make that vow a reality.
Now, once you have this idea of countless beings all trying to become Buddhas, it naturally leads to a much bigger, more epic vision of the universe itself. The cosmos in Mahayana looks way different than it did before. And this infinity symbol says it all. The Mahayana universe isn't just big, it's literally infinite. No beginning, no end. And if you have infinite worlds filled with infinite beings over an infinite amount of time, well, what's the logical conclusion? There must be an infinite number of Buddhas too. The historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, is no longer the only one. He's one among countless others.
And this changes everything. Buddhas are no longer just wise teachers from the past who are gone. They are cosmic, powerful, active beings who can help you right here, right now. A really famous example is Amitabha Buddha. The story goes that out of his immense compassion, he created a special realm called the Pure Land. And the promise was incredible. Just by having faith in him, you could be reborn in this perfect place, a sort of spiritual training ground where becoming a Buddha was way easier. This made the path feel much more devotional, a path where help was available from beyond.
Okay, so you've got an infinite universe, infinite Buddhas, and this path for everyone. You're going to need a pretty profound philosophy to hold all that together, right? Well, that philosophical core is called the perfection of wisdom. It's all about seeing reality as it truly is.
The Sanskrit term for it is prajna paramitha. Prajna is wisdom, and paramitha basically means perfection or gone beyond. So we're talking about a kind of wisdom that goes way beyond our normal way of thinking and labeling things. It's a direct, intuitive insight into how things really work. And right at the very heart of this wisdom is the idea of shunyata, or emptiness. Now, this is so important. Emptiness does not mean that nothing exists. Not at all. It means that nothing exists independently. Everything is empty of a solid, separate, unchanging self. Instead, everything is interconnected, constantly changing, and arising together in this vast cosmic web of causes and effects.
So, how does this actually work in real life? The texts often explain it with a cool 3-step process. First up, construction. On our normal, everyday level, a bodhisattva does something good, like giving a gift. Simple enough, right? Next comes deconstruction. This is where that perfection of wisdom kicks in. You look at that act of giving and you realize that from the ultimate point of view, the view of emptiness, our neat little categories of a separate giver, a separate gift, and a separate receiver, well, they're just concepts. In reality, they all depend on each other to even exist. And finally, you have reconstruction. This is where the magic happens. True perfected generosity is when you act with that understanding. You give freely, without getting hung up on the ideas of, I am giving, or this is what I'm giving. An act like that, one that's free from ego, is said to be incredibly powerful, creating immense positive energy or merit. And this analogy just sums it all up so beautifully. All these teachings, even a profound idea like emptiness, they're just tools. They are a raft that you build to get across the river of ignorance. But once you actually get to the other side, to the direct experience of reality, you don't need to keep carrying the raft on your back. You can just let it go. So you might be thinking, hold on, infinite Buddhas, countless different teachings. Doesn't that get super confusing and contradictory? That's a great question. And the Mahayana answer is one of its most brilliant and compassionate ideas. The concept is called upaya, which translates to skillful means. And the idea is just so elegant. It says that a truly compassionate teacher, like a Buddha, doesn't just give the same lecture to everyone. No, they're like a master doctor who prescribes exactly the right medicine for each specific patient. They adapt the teaching to fit exactly where the student is at. There's this famous story that illustrates this perfectly, the parable of the burning house. So imagine this. A father sees his house is on fire. The problem is, his kids are inside, and they're so busy playing with their toys that they have no idea they're in mortal danger. He screams, "Get out, the house is on fire," but they just ignore him. The straight-up truth just isn't getting through. So what does he do? He uses skillful means. He knows what his kids love, toys. So he shouts something else. He says, "Hey, come outside right now. I've got those amazing toy carts you've always wanted waiting out here. Goat carts, deer carts, and ox carts." And just like that, lured by the promise of even better toys, the kids drop everything and rush out of the burning house to safety. But here is the brilliant twist. When the kids get outside, there aren't 3 different kinds of carts. Instead, the father gives them all one single magnificent vehicle that is way better than anything he promised. The 3 carts were just a clever story, a skillful means to get them out of the fire and lead them all to the one supreme prize, the one great vehicle, the Mahayana. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. The Bodhisattva's vow, the wisdom of emptiness, all the skillful means of the Buddhas, these are all parts of that great vehicle. They're all part of the raft. But if the raft is ultimately meant to be left behind, it really makes you wonder about the destination, doesn't it? What exactly is that other shore that we're all trying to reach?